Just 1 second.
Alright. So, Rick family, Harry, don't know. American Eagle Foundation, Eagle Mountain Sanctuary in Dollywood. This is my favorite Parton. Alice, the Rick family, Madison, Gabriel, Shasta, Gerald.
Welcome to Dollywood. Yeah, this is Challenger, and Challenger is a 23-year-old bald, 24-year-old bald eagle, and he was blown out of a nest as a baby in a storm in Louisiana. He was hand-raised by the people that rescued him, and he had so much human contact by accident that whenever he was released, he blamed their people and begged for food. He did that 3 times until a man picked up the stick and was going to beat him. Another man was his guardian angel that day and stopped this man from doing bodily harm to Challenger. Since that time, he's been with the American Eagle Foundation. We've trained him to free fly in the stadiums and other events during the national anthem. You may have seen him on major sporting events like the World Series or Pro Bowls and things. And he's a very well-known eagle. He's even got a storybook that your children can read. It's called Challenger, America's Favorite Eagle. It tells us about his life story.
There at the Air Force Base, Gerald is serving our nation. He's about to deploy in August. This is a great communication for them, and I've been touting Challenger in this program for the last few days that I've gotten to meet these folks.
Well, the American Eagle Foundation has been around since 1985. And we're an organization that protects the national bird of the American Dolly. And we also care for other birds of prey. We rehabilitate injured birds and put them back into the wild. We educate the public and challenge other birds out in events and schools across the country. And we have a breeding program where we breed disabled eagles and we release the young into the wild. And actually the nest is the nest of Independence and Franklin, and they just recently hatched 3 eggs. There's 3 babies in that nest right now. And we will be releasing them into the wild in about 14 weeks. And we're actually going to do a ceremony honoring some fallen heroes with the release of them to the rights of families. So we're trying to do our little part. We really appreciate your service very much. God bless you.
The American Eagle Foundation. We also work very closely with Dollywood to ensure survival and safety of birds of prey. There are over 400 different types of birds of prey, also called raptors, found all over the world, and we want to give you a glimpse of some of those and how they behave well. Now, even though these birds can't be released, their babies can. So when they have their young, we release all those back out in the wild when they're old enough. And let me ask you a question. How many of you are keeping up with our Eagle Cam online? Anybody out there? Nobody. Well, that's good. That's all right. We're going to tell you how you can do it. Just about 2 or 3 days ago, we had 3 eggs hatch up here. So if you want to keep up with those eggs and watch them grow, watch the parents feed the babies, go to eagles.org, hit Eagle Cam, and you can see everything that's happening up there on Eagle Mountain Sanctuary. So be sure and do that. It's very enjoyable, and I know you'll like that. Hey, you all never do that when I walk out on stage. Now, I'm sure most of you probably think this is a baby owl. It's full grown. It's called an eastern screech owl, and that's as big as they get. Now, the screech owls have been misnamed. They don't really screech at all. They have more of what's called a wavering type whistle. I'm getting pretty good at these owl calls, and I'm going to give it a try here. It goes something like this. You thought I was doing that, didn't you? Now, I'm sure most of you have probably seen or heard some of these little guys around your area. They really help us out a lot in the wild by eating things like mice and insects. Mouse and insects, those lots of them, they'll fly right in front of your car. Now, folks, I hate to ask you to just do that, but don't do it with your bare hands. Even though they're small, they're strong, they can bite, they can grab, and they can't hurt you. Now, they will occasionally dine on skunks or even porcupines every now and then. They're very early nesters. They usually nest in late December and January, where they'll find an old abandoned hawk's nest or hollow of a tree, because they don't actually build their own nest. They lay their eggs. Those eggs hatch in about 30 to 40 days. The young stay with the parents for several months, until they become well versed in the art of hunting.
And now she doesn't know she's a bird. She thinks she's a talkative little human girl. And she's a great addition to our show.
See you here? Just like that. Hang on just a second. Are you ready, Miss Karen? All right, Pigeon, come on out and beat out. And he does a good job and goes right back. I want everybody to give Al a big round of applause. You got to wear this all day at Dollywood. You are now vulture bait. Oh, not yet. He's picking up crumbs here first of all. He'll get it. There he goes.
And they'll follow the incredible sense of smell of a turkey vulture to get a little roadkill gourmet for dessert. Honey, I need you to throw that up here. Can you toss it up here too? Thank you. That's what she's after. Thanks, sweetheart. Come on, I got your egg. Look here. It's up here. She says, I like you. Hey, come on. Come on, Bodie. Come on. They will follow the sense of smell of a turkey vulture. They get their roadkill gourmet for dessert, and she loves to pose for pictures with her cool hairstyle and her long legs. Now when she's done, she doesn't say goodbye. She's National Bird of Mexico. She says adios. Let's give her a big round of applause for
Correctly called the red-tailed hawk. This is Jessie. Well, this definitely applies to Jessie. If she could read, she could probably read the headlines of a newspaper from about 100 yards away. They have phenomenal vision. They also eat more than just rodents, various mammals, reptiles, small birds, sometimes even venomous snakes. They range from Maine to Mexico, all the way to Alaska, living in very mountains.
In the United States, it's primarily a bird of the West. And the golden eagle is the master of its environment. It embodies the definition of magnificent. A powerful flyer, they delight during strong gale force winds. They've been known to climb thermal updrafts higher than 4 miles. In a dive, they may achieve speeds approaching 200 miles per hour or more. They're cunning, intelligent, and bold. When they're pursuing their prey, they'll dive out of the sun, or they'll use stealth tactics to surprise their quarry out in the open, cutting off their means of escape. And they possess a grace and grandeur that no other bird can match.
Introduced to America. America is a 24-year-old male bald eagle that was shot about 23 years ago. It damaged one of his wings and he can fly, just not well enough to survive in the wild. You know, it's hard to believe that anyone can be so mean or cruel to shoot a beautiful bird like this. Our federal laws prohibit the killing of any bird of prey, with extreme penalties for anyone killing an eagle. Now you might even ask where the bald eagle gets its name. As you can see, they're obviously not bald, but bald in this sense refers to an old English word that just means white-headed. They get that white head and tail when they're about 5 years old. A lifelong mate is selected. They will only remate if their faithful companion should die. Pair will soon choose a nest site. Usually they'll pick a large tree near the water and they'll use that nest year after year, adding to it each year till sometimes these nests can weigh a ton or more. 1 to 3 eggs are usually laid, incubation done by both parents. Now the eggs hatch in about 35 to 45 days. And folks, it's up to us all to preserve what we have left and to repair what we've damaged. We did not inherit this earth from our parents. We're just borrowing from our children.